What's good, family? This is your man, Jimmy Conway, beatsforlyricist.com, music production tips. In this video, I'm going to show you how I maximize using the MPC software using plugins called channel strips. Now, what a channel strip is basically a replication of a real analog board where they emulate everything from, let's say, the filters, the EQ, compressor if it has one or not, and the mutes, the fader. It kind of emulates everything in there. So the great thing is it's basically like 4 or 5 plugins all in one box. So you don't have to, like, in most situations I'll have let's say a mother ducker on the kick alone, on the first thing on the kick, first insert on the kick channel, going to the bass, so that the kick and the bass won't clash with each other. All right, I made a video on that. I'll leave a video somewhere, probably in the down below in the description or one of the video cards above. All right, if you want to check that out about the mother ducker and how to use side chaining in the MPC software. But that's usually my first insert. That only leaves you 3 inserts left. So let's take a listen to this kick drum first. All right, sounds cool, but I like to give it a little bit more. Take away some of those highs and give it a little bit more punch, a little bit more kick. Now, this is an emulation. Let me just type in 9000, make it simple. BST. This is made by a company called Brainworks, and this is what it looks like. Okay. No, can't go no bigger than that. Cool. All right, so this plugin, you get a filter section. You get a high pass filter, low pass filter, and on each one, on the high pass filter, you got a ×3. So you start at 20 hertz and you go up to 600. But if I hit this ×3, it'll make it 60 hertz. 20 times 3 is 60, and go all the way up to, what does it say? I can't see it from here. It looks like 1.8K or 1.8 kilohertz. Okay. Same thing with the low pass filter. It goes down from 60 hertz all the way up to, looks like 3K. This one has a divide by 3, so this becomes 20 hertz and goes up to, 1 kilohertz. Okay. You also have a dynamic section with a compressor. You have a release here. You have a regular ratio. You have a threshold. If you hit this will put in a fast attack, and this will basically make it like a peak limiter right here. This mix knob will act as a mix, a blend mix for the compressor, let's just say. All right. Down here you have a gate/expansion plugin. So that's 3 plugins right there. Then you have an EQ section. You have your highs, your high mid frequencies, your low mid frequencies, and your low frequencies. Okay. Over here you have an input gain. I basically use this when I'm gain staging. This plugin has what's called V gain, and the V gain basically emulates the hiss from the board. So if I cut this up, You hear that hiss? But I could cut it off too. This is just like if you really looking to get that analog sound, you might want to leave this on, or if not, take it off. You have a THD, which is like a harmonic distortion. This is really good to add to your drum mix or your drum parts. Then you have a mute. You have a phase reversal. And the good thing about what BrainWorks does, I don't know if any other companies do it, but I remember that ways back in the day, they used to just sample like one channel strip. Like, let's say channels 1 and 2. An analog board might have, let's say, 48 channels. It may have 72 channels. It may have however many channels. But I remember back in the day, I think Waves used to just sample one channel strip, and that would be it. What BrainWorks did was they sampled each channel strip in the Ssl 9000j. So you have up to 72 channels, I believe. If I move this up, I don't know. Let me see. So right now I'm talking through channels 9 and 10, 10 and 11, 11, 12, and you put these on different channels of your mix, and it'll start to sound like a real analog kind of Ssl 9000j if you have different tracks on different channels here. Okay. Right here, I could randomize all the channels so they be just. I can randomize all channels so they could all be just different. You know what I mean? So I'll show you that later on, maybe. All right. So let's test it out in action. Right? You want to hear it? Oh, down here, you can turn the dynamics on and off. The pre here, this makes if I'm not mistaken, this puts the compressor before the EQ, which I do not want. I want my EQ to come before the compressor. So I'm gonna turn this off. This turns the EQ on and off. The split takes the filter and puts that before the EQ. So now my chain I like here is the filter, EQ, then go to my compressor. Okay, that's how I kind of like things. This E is basically switching out there was a Ssl 9000J and there's a Ssl 9000E or 4000E, excuse me. The 4000E has a different EQ card. So if you hit this, it'll give you more of the Ssl 4000E emulation EQ as opposed to the 9000J. Okay, so let's test it out. Oh, we're already in test phase. Turn this off. Actually reset everything. Boom. There we go. Sorry, I had to get some water. All right, so now we're gonna start with we're gonna start filtering out some of those highs. All right. So put the low pass. Put both of these on. High pass means it's gonna let all the highs pass. So let's turn that up real quick to show you what it does. As you can hear, it starts taking out the lows, and now you can only hear the highs. Same thing with this. This just does the opposite. It takes the highs, cut those out, and now you got more lows. Or what I like to do is just hit the divide by 3, and you get a little bit more low end. Takes a little bit more of the lows off. Or you can hear more of the lows, I should say. All right. So let's just take some of the highs out. All right, cool. With the the high pass filter, I like to cut anything usually under 35 hertz. That gets rid of, little bit of low end that's not being heard. All right. Let's go down to the EQ. Take around 10K, 11K. Let's do a cut. Let's sweep. I'm gonna take the lows. I'm gonna go around 120. As you can hear, a little bit of low end bump right there. Take around 500 hertz. Do a tiny dip. I'm gonna do a real wide Q on the high mids. Go around 5K. Do a little cut. Now I'm gonna do a little sweep. All right. When you do a lot of cutting, like I was doing a lot of cutting here, more cutting than boosting, you want to adjust your output fader, okay? Now let's add some harmonic distortion. Hear that? All right. Let's go to the compressor. I'm going to link the left and right channels together first. I'm going to bring down the release. I made a video on compression before. I'll leave that video as a video card or a link in the description or both. Check both. And definitely check the links in the description. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please comment below. Please show YouTube that you like this video any way, shape, or form. All right? Cool. So I'm going to bring down the release in the compressor. I'm going to go for a low compression, maybe around 2 to 1, 3 to 1. Now, the good thing about this is that it has a high pass filter. So the high pass filter, it's going to let the highs pass, for lack of better words. So if I boost this up, here's bumping a little bit more. Now I'm going to only compress anything under, let's say, 400 hertz. All right. I'm not, anything above 400 hertz will not get compressed. All right. So now let's turn down the threshold. This has automatic gain compensation too, so that's why you hear when you turn down the threshold, usually the volume ducks down, but we'll duck it right here. Now let's just do an A/B comparison, see what it sounds like. Let's turn this down a little bit more. All right, cool. I think we can make this a little bit tighter. So let me get a little sip of this water real quick. Hold on. Oh man, thank you. So now I'm gonna go down here to the gate section. Now I'm not gonna explain everything about the gate. It's a little bit just complicated to explain for this video, but let's just turn the range up. I'm gonna turn the release down. Now let's bring down the threshold. See that? Got rid of all of that air at the end of that kick. Look at that. Listen to the decay of the kick as I turn up the threshold. All right. Mute. So this is what I like to use on all my mixes. The real one was used by people like Jay-Z, Madonna, people like that were being mixed on the actual analog board of this plugin. Okay, so that's why I like this plugin so much. As you can hear, you could totally shape your sound however you like. We went from this to this. Keeping our signal healthy. There's no overload over here. There's no overload on the channel or the master bus, or I should say the program channel. Let's check them. And the main output is good too. So this is what I like to use on my MPC software to maximize the amount of space that we get, the 4 insert plugins that we get in here instead of the 8 that we should get in here. So yeah, I hope you like this video. I will leave a link in the description where you can get the BX, the Brainworks Ssl 9000j mixing channel strip for yourself. All right, it's a plugin boutique link. It's my affiliate link. If you go through that link, it'll definitely help this channel. I'm sorry for being away so long, taking care of life issues, family, things like that. I will be producing more videos. But in my future videos, when I start making hip-hop beats, you're going to see me using this channel strip a lot. You're going to also see me using another channel strip called, goodness gracious, it's called the Ssl 9099. I also use the API 50. I use the API, okay, let's just go through some of the ones I use. I'll show y'all since this is a channel strip video. I can't. And here's another thing with the MPC software y'all need to fix, please. If I open up an insert plugin and I'm trying to insert something else, you see how this plugin is blocking? You can't move it. You can't select nothing. You can't do jack until. See, I can't even close them off. I can't even close this out now. So what I gotta do now is I gotta hit none, go back here, close this out, and then go back here again. All right, kind of annoying. MPC software, please fix that. Akai, please fix that. But yeah, anyway. So here's one of the channel strips I use. This is based off the API 50 series. Let me see. Oh gosh. I use a Lindell 80. That's based off the Neve channel strip. If those who know the Neve boards, you could tell by just looking at the knobs. This is very Neve-like. What else? I could just type it 9,000. Here's another one of my favorites. This one I use a lot. I like this one. I could change the UI. See, if you look right now, it looks brand new, right? No scuffs, no marks, no nothing. If you look at it now, I'm going to put use. It's going to have like little finger marks near it. See that? Little dirt rings. All right. You can also turn the UI dark. So this one's pretty cool. And like I said, these are all emulations based off the real, actual hardware. All right. Analog stuff here. All right. So yeah, that's just a few of the ones I like to use the most. All right. So yeah, in my future videos, you'll see me using those channel strips. This is just the first of a few. I'll show you how I use them. Yeah, if you have any questions below, please drop a comment below in the description, in the comment section. Check out the descriptions. Check out the description section below. I'm leaving a bunch of goodies for producers, new and old. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try to be around for a little while, man. Trying to take care of some issues, you know. But after that, you know, I'm gonna be on regular. And I miss y'all, man. Please like the video. Please comment. Please subscribe to the channel. And click the notification bell so when I drop new videos, you'll be the first to get them. And yeah, if it's your first time here, I'll leave a link also below in the description where you can get a free drum kit from me. Yeah, man. I'm out. Peace. One love.